What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Unparalleled Universe, and welcome to my video titled Mezco, the best of the best. And if you're a fan of Mezco, you know that they like to release a lot of different versions of characters, and they do it through conventions, through previews, and through stores, and all kinds of different versions of exclusives, and there's just all kinds of different versions of your favorite character that you could pick up. So hopefully this video can help you decide which version is the best for you to get. And also, I asked a bunch of people on Instagram and Facebook for their opinions on these picks, so I'm gonna share with you their picks, and then I'm going to share with you my picks. And I want to send a huge thank you to everybody that took the time to comment on one of these pictures when I posted it. I just post a picture of the three figures, and then I'd write who wins, and a bunch of people gave input, and I just want to thank everybody for doing that. So hopefully everybody out there enjoys this video, and let's get right into it. So let's kick this off with everybody's favorite Merc with the Mouth, Deadpool. And of course here we have the previews exclusive X-Force version, and then in the middle we have the standard release, and then on the far left we have the Comic-Con exclusive X-Men version. And all three of these figures come with a bunch of different accessories. They all come with multiple heads. The X-Force version is the only one that comes with 3 heads, one being a half unmasked head, and all of them come with a bunch of guns except for the X-Men version. He only comes with that one rifle and a sword. And all three of them come with a bunch of different hands and stuff like that. And according to Facebook and Instagram, the standard version is by far the best. It got the most votes. And then the second place would be the X-Men version. And in last place, we have the X-Force version. And most people seem to like the standard version because it's the iconic look for Deadpool. And they also like the strap and the harness setup. He just kind of looks fully loaded. And people were into that. And then for second place, the reason why people like the X-Men version so much is because they feel that it's going to last longer because it doesn't have that pleather stuff that's probably going to crack over time, and he's just funner to pose and play with, probably because he has a lot less going on in terms of like harness and straps and things like that. But I'm going to have to disagree with people because I got the most enjoyment out of the X-Force version. He was just the funnest to mess around and pose and play with, and I do feel that over time the leather pleather stuff might crack. But I don't know, I just love this figure a lot. Nothing wrong with the other two. Both of them are awesome. I do kind of feel that the Comic-Con version was rushed out for Comic-Con, and I do kind of think that they dropped the ball a little bit on the standard version because they should have included multiple heads, and for some reason they didn't. I mean, they did include multiple heads, but the 2 heads that they had were pretty much the same thing except for just a little bit of a different facial expression. But I love the X-Force stuff. I have a soft spot for it because The Uncanny X-Force by Rick Remender is one of my favorite X-Men books ever written. So I'm always kind of, you know, leaning towards X-Force stuff. But just in general, this figure is a really, really fun figure. He has a bunch of cool accessories and a bunch of guns and things like that. But yeah, for me, my vote's going to go to the X-Force version. And next up, we have Wolverine. And technically, there's 4 different versions of Wolverine if you want to count Old Man Logan. But I excluded him from this comparison because I feel that he's a little bit different than the other 3. The other 3 are just your regular Wolverine, regular continuity Wolverine. Old Man Logan, it's like its own thing, like an alternate version. And the figure's very different from the other 3, which all 3 have similarities and share a lot of traits with each other. So let's get into this. On the right here, we have the X-Force version, previews exclusive Wolverine. In the center here, we have the standard version, which is inspired by like Wolverine in the 80s. I'd say like the Frank Miller era of Wolverine. On the right here, we have the Gimli, some would say Gimli / I don't know, John Byrne or Chris Claremont or somebody, whoever. I'm not sure who first came up with the yellow Wolverine, but it's generally known as the Gimli version of Wolverine, highly influenced by the animated series. And this Wolverine, according to Instagram and Facebook, is the favorite by a landslide. It pretty much got triple the amount of votes of the other versions. And in second place, a far second, was the X-Force version. And in last, we have the classic version. And I think all 3 of these figures are awesome. They all have a bunch of accessories, but the Comic-Con version, the New York Comic-Con version, is the only one that came with the unmasked head, which is a shame because I feel like the unmasked head works the best on the standard version. And he's also the only one that came with the Mask of Ogon. He did not come with the blade, but the other 2 did. And I think that's pretty much it. There's a lot of similarities between these 3 figures. They're basically the same setup. They have the shoulder pads. I think the shoulder pads on this one work the best, and they're the most accurate to the source material. These ones are kind of like, they take liberties and they're their own thing, but they do look very cool. And then all the sculpt work is the same. The face sculpts that they come with are the same, and the arms are the same. The boots are a little bit different, but the boots are the same on these 2. And in my opinion, this time around, I agree with everybody else. I think that the Tiger Stripe version is by far the better version. There are some times where I like the X-Force version more. When I first got it, I kind of felt like I liked it more, but I don't think that my love for X-Force kind of conquers my love for the animated series. And yeah, I just love this one. It really reminds me of the animated series, which I grew up on. And if you're in your mid-30s, you probably grew up on it too. And it's probably a big reason why you're an X-Men fan. But yeah, this version, just everything works the best too. And I think it in general is the closest to its source material. I do wish that it had trunks rather than this, but that's kind of an easy fix. You could probably just buy some trunks and throw them on there. There's a bunch of customizers doing a bunch of amazing stuff with Mezco figures these days, so it'd probably be pretty easy to get some trunks if you'd like. They did do the trunks on this version, and I do kind of feel like it works. It works pretty good. I do wish that it was a more cloth type rather than this leather stuff, but I think it still works good. And I know they were trying to go for like an outdoorsman kind of look for Wolverine, and I think it kind of worked. But yeah, I'd have to say that the Tiger Stripe version is by far my favorite. I like it a lot. The unfortunate thing is he's the only one that comes with the unmasked head, and he's a New York Comic Con exclusive, so you know, the price is shot up. He costs a couple $100 probably now, but all three of these figures are awesome. You really can't go wrong with any of them, but Tiger Stripe Wolverine's the winner this time. Next on the list, we have Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil, and the three different versions we have are the New York Comic Con exclusive version, which is based on his look from the Shadowland comic book, and then we have the standard release, which is based on his more iconic, classic, all red look, and then we have the previews exclusive that is based on his first appearance. And all these figures are great. They all have a bunch of accessories, multiple hands. All three of them have the radar sense and the stands that come with Mezco and all that cool stuff, but only the previews exclusive and the standard version have multiple heads. The Shadowland did not come with that, and that's kind of unfortunate because this figure is really expensive now, and you kind of get less with this one than you do with the other ones. But these two figures, the standard release and the Shadowland version, are pretty much the same figure except for different colors. Actually, not pretty much at all. They are the same figure except for the different colors. And this one here, the first appearance, is almost like a completely different figure. It has some things the same, like the feet and the arms, they're sculpted the same, the heads are the same, and the little harness kind of belts and holder, you know, baton holders, all the same, but the overall design is different. Now, according to Facebook and Instagram, the classic version is the best. Most people seem to like him, followed by the Shadowland version, and then in third place we have the first appearance version. Most people like the classic version because it's the classic version and it's closest to his iconic look, even though it's not exact. A lot of people like this one just because he's all black and he looks awesome, and it was pretty cool when Daredevil was evil. And a lot of people just kind of thought this one was ugly, but he did get love. A lot of people were you know, saying how much they like this version, and you know, he really is awesome. He's unique. I kind of like him too because he's ugly. You know, I know it's a weird thing to say, but he looks kind of goofy, and I just like it a lot. But all three of these are awesome. Obviously, I love the standard one a lot. The Shadowland one's cool, but he's probably my least favorite, actually. And as for my favorite out of the three, I'm going to have to disagree with everybody because I actually like the first appearance the most. And I'm not going to say that he's a better figure than the other two, but if I had to get rid of two of these and I could only keep one, I'd keep the first appearance. I just like the way he looks. He looks unique. He reminds me more of the look in the comic book than the other two do. And I don't know, he's just awesome. I spend the most time messing with him out of the three of them. So I just like him. He's a really unique looking figure, and he just looks cool. So for my vote, it's the first appearance. So next up, we have my favorite Avenger, Captain America, and what we got going on here is the modern version, which is the standard release, and then we have the classic version, which is a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, and then here on the left, we have the previews exclusive, which is the Commander Rogers look. This is the look that he kept when he came back from the dead, and Bucky was still Captain America. Steve Rogers ran around as, I think he was the director of S.H.I.E.L.D., and he ran around in this uniform here, and has the translucent shield, which is like an energy shield that he used to carry. So really cool. I really like this as a variant. I think it's a very smart one to do. And this figure is really slept on. You could buy it for like $40 on Amazon right now. So if you don't have it, I definitely suggest picking it up. So back to the figures here. Both of these figures are very, very similar, but there are a few different things to make it feel like you're not buying the same figure twice. The colors are different, and the head sculpts are different on the masked head sculpt, and the unmasked head sculpt is the same, and both of these come with both of those heads, so that's really cool. The chainmail effect is different on these two figures. One complaint that you hear about both of these guys is the chainmail comes off. For me, I've been lucky. I haven't had any of these pieces peel off, so I'm very fortunate in that regard. But yeah, both of these figures are awesome. One complaint you often hear with the classic version is his face sculpt, and I'd agree with those complaints. I'm not a big fan of his face sculpt. I definitely like this face sculpt better. And yeah, but both of them are really cool. All three of these are awesome. But let's take a look at what Facebook and Instagram said. So all the people out there said the classic version was the best. They obviously like the fact that it's the classic version and feel that it was like it captures Captain America the most. And in second second place, we have the standard version. And in third place, we have the previews version. And a lot of people actually felt like he was slept on, so it's cool that he got a lot of love. But I'd have to disagree with everybody this time. In my opinion, I like the modern version the best. I'm not really sure why, but I've just spent the most time with it. I do wish that he had darker blue colors rather than this. It almost looks greenish, you could say. But, I mean, I don't know what color it is actually, but it's not blue. It's not like the classic blue. And I do wish that it had the classic blue. If it did, that'd be awesome. But yeah, this one just tops it for me. I don't know. I had a lot of fun posing and playing with it. And the classic version is amazing and everything, but you know, it tried to retain the comic book look, which is cool, but that doesn't really work so much with Mezco. It kind of is nice when they kind of take liberties and they want to make these figures feel like they could exist in the real world, and I think that works a lot better with the modern version. So my vote goes to the modern version. So last but not least, we have Punisher, and I was almost not going to include Mr. Castle in this video because all three of these figures had like issues when they came out, and I don't mean like quality issues, but just, I mean like scalping and then knockoffs and just kind of weird things going on with each one of these figures. So let's get into it real quick. Here on the right, we have the Mezco Direct version, which is based on the classic look of Punisher, and I mean, it doesn't capture it perfectly, but it's just based on a more comic book look and feel for the character. And then in the center here, we have the previews version, which is a deluxe version. He costs a little bit more at retail, but he comes with a lot of accessories, a lot of cool weapons, the extra jacket, a duffel bag, all kinds of really cool stuff. And then on the left here, we have the standard version, which is really awesome. I think he came out before the other two, and he was just a really cool figure, had a big impact like in the community. Everybody was posting pictures of their Punisher figure because he's just an awesome figure, and they're all awesome. But the reason I think it's unfair to compare these guys is because with the previews exclusive version, it's a deluxe figure, so of course you're going to get more accessories, so it's kind of hard to factor that into it all. And I'd say if we're going to talk about these figures, we're just going to talk about if you could just pay the retail price. So we're going to say if you were able to buy these when they first came out, this one cost you about $90, this one cost you about $90, and this one cost you about $130, $140. So that's going to be like the criteria that I base my favorite on, like which one I could buy if I had, you know, if I had enough to buy them at retail, just straight out of the store, which one would I get? But let's talk about what Facebook and Instagram thought first. For the most part, the comic book version was the least favorite. A lot of people felt that the comic book look didn't really translate to the realistic look they were going for Punisher. I think this figure would have been a lot better if it included a more comic book looking face rather than these realistic faces, because it kind of just looks like a guy dressed up. But it is a cool figure. I still love it. Sometimes I throw the Marvel Legends Walgreens exclusive Punisher head on there, and I think that looks really cool. And in second place, we have the standard version, and this was neck and neck. It was like a one-person difference. I think one more person liked the previews version more than the standard version, so this one got a little bit more votes. And again, it is kind of unfair, but if I had to, for me, if I had to just buy, if I was only able to buy one when it was first released, it would be the previews version, because it's just the accessories. And if you throw any of these accessories on either one of these figures, you'd probably want to go with that one. But this one was the most enjoyable out of the box. He was so fun to play with. He had a lot of cool stuff. He's got a trench coat. He's got a lot of cool things going on. And I could definitely see why this was such a close second, because he was a really fun figure too. And if he had all the accessories the previews one had, this one by far would be the better one, because a lot of people don't like how the short sleeves look on this figure when you don't have the jacket on. And this figure just looks awesome all the time. And you could throw this jacket on it and, you know, it looks great. You know, ideally you'd want to have all three so you could kind of switch the accessories between all three of them, but that's not an option for everybody because, like I said, all these figures have become rare and there's bootlegs out there and all this crazy stuff. So hopefully down the line, Mezco finds a way to re-release these guys. But yeah, that's it for Punisher. All right, everybody, so that's it. I really hope that this video was helpful if you're out there trying to decide which version of your favorite character you should get. And honestly, you really can't go wrong with whatever version you pick of whatever character. All these figures that I discussed in this video are awesome. I love all of them, but these ones were just my favorite ones. And this is just my opinion. If you don't agree with it, it's all good. Hopefully you'll take the time to leave a comment and let me know your favorites out of all these. And hopefully I can make another video like this. If people are into it, I'll do another one talking about some other figures that are coming out in the future. I'm interested to see how the different Spider-Man figures look next to each other and the different Doctor Strange figures, even though there's only 2 of them right now. I think it's going to be cool to compare them. The different Iron Man figures. There's a couple different things that I really look forward to comparing. So hopefully I'll make another video just like this in the future. But for now, I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope it was helpful. And thank you very much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And peace.
That's crispy.